Ever heard of a time when time itself got confused? Well, welcome to the world of daylight saving time. Now, let's spin a yarn about two cities, El Paso in Texas and Ciudad Juarez in Mexico, that recently found themselves in a TikTok tizzy. Imagine, my friends, you regularly cross the border between these two places and suddenly, bam! Time pulls a fast one on you. For over 20 years, these two cities have been in sync, changing their clocks together like a perfectly choreographed dance. But this year, daylight saving time decided to spice things up. El Paso took a step back into Mountain Standard Time, while Juarez decided to, well, not. And just like that, folks making their daily commute between the two cities found themselves in a time warp. It's like a scene straight out of a science fiction movie, with people gaining and losing an hour as they cross the border. And you thought time travel wasn't possible. So the next time you're griping about losing an hour of sleep, remember our pals in El Paso and Ciudad Juarez, who got a taste of time's mischievous side. And that, my friends, is how time played a prank on these two cities. Now, if you think that's the only funny story about daylight saving time, think again. You see, when the clocks spring forward, it's not just the sun that gets a little confused. Let's take a moment to consider the humble alarm clock. Its whole job is to wake us up on time, but come daylight saving, it's like a deer in headlights. Not knowing whether it's coming or going, it blinks at us an hour off, making us scramble like headless chickens. Then there's the case of the sleep-deprived, caffeine-fueled office worker showing up an hour early for work, only to discover that they've got the office all to themselves. A whole hour to enjoy the silence before the chaos ensues. And let's not forget the highway havoc. It's like a scene out of a slapstick comedy, with drivers honking at each other, all because they can't figure out if they're early or late. And the best part? We do this to ourselves, every single year. It's like a collective practical joke we play on ourselves, forgetting the punchline year after year. So the next time you hit snooze on your alarm clock, remember you might just be a victim of the daylight saving time shenanigans. All right, before we wrap up, how about we lighten the mood with a daylight saving time joke? You know, it's been said that daylight saving time is the only time when folks are actually happy to lose something. I mean, who else would celebrate losing an hour of sleep? But here's one for you. Why did the clock get a timeout during daylight saving time? Because it went ahead of itself. And speaking of timeouts, do you know why daylight saving time could never be a sports referee? Because it can't decide if it wants to spring forward or fall back. And here's a classic. What's daylight saving time's favorite song? Time is on my side. But remember, folks, it's all in good fun. So whether you're a morning lark or a night owl, let's all agree on one thing. Daylight saving time may have its quirks, but it sure makes for some good comedy material. And that's a wrap, folks. Remember, while daylight saving time might steal an hour of your sleep, it can't steal your sense of humor. Until next time, keep laughing and keep saving that daylight. Now that we've had our laughs, let's get serious for a moment. If you're one of those folks who find the whole daylight saving time confusion more annoying than amusing, there's something you can do about it. Yes, you can contact your congressman and voice your concerns. Here's a quick guide on how to do it. First, you need to find out who your congressman is. This is easy to do. Just go to the official U.S. House of Representatives website, enter your zip code, and voila! Your congressman's name and contact information will pop up. Once you have that, you can write a letter, make a phone call, or even send an email. Remember, the goal is to express your views on daylight saving time clearly and respectfully. Explain why you think it's a problem and suggest what you believe could be a solution. Don't underestimate the power of your voice. You might just be one person, but when all our voices join together, we can make a change. So let's fix daylight saving time once and for all. Remember, your voice matters. Let's make it count.